Welcome to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is your spiritual principle of a day episode, featuring a recovering addict.
Hi, my name is Mikey Cat. My clean date is December 13, 2010. You are listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is the Spiritual Principle a Day passage for July 25th. Practicing maturity and grace. Facing uncomfortable situations and taking loving action is a demonstration of maturity and grace. Living Clean Chapter 7, Principles, Practice, and Perceptive. Some of us took conflict avoidance to a new level. We didn't just steer clear of confrontations, we adopted a general policy that uncomfortable situations are best avoided. We applied this rule in our personal lives, with our families, at work, and in the fellowship. Given a chance, we avoided any circumstances that might be awkward. We made excuses and skirted around the very experiences that build bonds among humans. Embarrassed by our own unease, we dodged the friend who needed comforting, declined invitations to weddings, and switched meeting attendance following an embarrassing outburst. When we resisted showing up for life, our social awkwardness left us feeling incapable of taking the simplest loving actions. In active addiction, we may have convinced ourselves that we didn't care, not even a little. Our conduct was certainly consistent with that sentiment. Despite our every intention to regain a loss, we find ourselves learning to care as we begin to recover. A desire to increase our level of engagement with the world may sneak up on us at times, or it might not. Some of us are loners by nature. It's just how we're wired. Finding comfort in solitude can be a beautiful thing. Isolation is a different matter. When we need help but refuse to pick up the phone, we might be in trouble. We learn to identify when enjoying our own company gives way to isolation and to take actions necessary to stay safe and clean. The steps help us figure out who we are and who we are not. Experience is a great teacher, boosting our confidence in simply being ourselves. Instead of avoiding awkward situations, we walk through them. We enjoy the payoff when we get to the other side. When we reflect our own actions, we can see our own growth. We let go of our old ways of feigned indifference and find ways to be ourselves in the world. Our willingness to grow and to be ourselves in the world shows that we are evolving in a more mature version of ourselves. Spiritual principle. I will reframe my outlook in my own discomfort and take on opportunities to practice maturity and grace.
The Voices of Recovery podcast is an independent production of the Works of Wisdom. We welcome your questions and donations via PayPal at voicesofrecoverypod@gmail.com. This podcast is an independent production and is not affiliated with, associated with, authorized by, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Narcotics Anonymous or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. While NA literature may be read during episodes for the purpose of supporting recovery, such use does not constitute an official endorsement or representation by Narcotics Anonymous. In accordance with NA tradition, the NA name is not to be used to endorse or be affiliated with any outside enterprise, and no such endorsement or affiliation is implied. Music is by Sage. Thanks for listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast.